we are. It's Monday. Time for another episode of Fat Boy Fitness. I am not a doctor. I am not a fitness guru. I am not a nutritionist. I am not any of those things. I'm a fat guy learning to be fit again by watching YouTube videos and applying stuff that I think might work to my life. If you are going to start a program like this, I suggest you talk to a doctor, a fitness guru, an expert nutritionist, something like that. Email them, call them, go visit their office, whatever. Get some actual advice from somebody who knows what they're talking about, not somebody who's learning everything off the interwebs like me, which is probably how you got here, is looking for stuff on the interwebs like me. So, this Fat Boy Fitness, you've already started the video, might as well let it play to the end in the background while you eat chips and drink beer, or while you go play video games, or maybe you want to play along with me. You do not have to do the same exercises I'm doing. You do not have to keep the pace that I'm keeping. You can sit in your chair and rock your hands back and forth. You can clap along. You can stomp your feet. You can do the Macarena. You can do anything you want to do. I don't care if you eat chips and drink beer. That's fine too. Just let the video play to the end. That lets YouTube know that people are engaged and watching. So I've got a pull-up bar up here, and I've got the feet on the outside of the pull-up bar, and I'm making sure that when I pull, I'm pulling on the feet side so that the pressure goes against the wall and the leverage holds it in place, instead of the door jamb side, to keep the door jamb from just, if you hook up to this side, it'll just fall on top of you. You don't want to do that. So this is the way you hook it up. I've got these rings on here so that I can lower it. I'm going to do 5 Australian style pull-ups, and then I'm going to do 20 crunches, and then I'm going to do 10 push-ups on my knees with these handles down here. We're going to do 3 sets of that, and then we'll go to the treadmill. So let's get started with that. Australian style push-ups, or pull-ups rather, is when you lay on the ground and you lift yourself off the ground. You can do this under a table. You can lay under a chair, and hold on to the edges of it, as long as your arms can pull yourself up. As long as you can grab on something, pull yourself up from underneath it. So we're going to do 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And then we're going to do 20 crunches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now, if you don't know, when you do a crunch, the intent is not to jerk yourself up and fall back down. The intent is to control the movement up and control the movement down so that your abdominals are pulling you up and down. I have my fingers back here trying to support my head. I've never been really successful at this, but I'm trying to support my head to keep the strain off my neck so I don't hurt my neck when I go up and down. I've never been successful at that, but I've done it that way since my Army days, and so it's just a comfortable place to put my hands. When I put my hands here, I feel like they're going to fall all up in my face, so I don't do that. All right, moving from one exercise to the next, we have to flip over to do the push-ups. That's flipping. All right. So I've got these handles, because without the handles, when I do the push-up, my gut hits the floor, and I can't lower myself enough to get the full range of exercise. So with the handles, and they're just little handles. With the handles, not only can I turn my wrist to a more comfortable position, but it allows me to get that all the way down to there so that I get that full break the plane across my shoulder blades instead of just doing push-ups like this and doing push-ups all the way down. So, and I'm on my knees because I'm still don't quite have the core strength to get up on my toes to do this yet. But we're getting closer. So we're going to do 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. And then we're going to do some deep knee bends. And on my deep knee bends, I'm going to alternate feet. Knock my bottle out of the way that holds my door into place. I'm going to alternate feet. So I'm going to go down and come up on the right foot. And then I'm going to go back down and come up on the left foot. That way, it's a little bit more of a workout. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now if you struggle with those, go back to my earlier videos and you'll see you can just like sit down in a chair and then stand up, or lean your butt up against the wall and stand up. Start with what you have where you are. Start where you are with what you have. Worst thing you can do is jump in. Even somebody with a fitness level as low as mine, worst thing you can do is jump in with somebody doing more advanced than you're used to doing, and then try to do an unforgiving workout that won't allow you to get in the habit of working out, that won't allow you to get established as a person who works out. Before you can be a person who does 30 sit-ups, 20 push-ups, 10 deep knee bends, 5 pull-ups, and run a 10-minute mile, you have to be somebody who shows up to work out. So find you a workout you can do, you can sustain, and first establish yourself as a person who works out. That's my goal right now. It's just to establish myself as somebody who works out. So here we go, 5 Australians. I guess they call these Australians because it's the underside of the world. I wonder what the Australians call it. I'm going to do yank pull-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that's 5 of those. And then 20 crunches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. The hardest part about that, counting, is that all the parts of me that are involved in counting are being squished by the activity. And I feel it every time. Every time I do it. But we're getting better. We're getting better. Alright, I almost forgot to tell you what my excuse was today. I logged into YouTube to get my stats. Like 2 hours later, I realized I was surfing trying to figure out how to speak to giraffes. So, doom scrolling. We call that doom scrolling. And while that may sound lame, there's 20 million other people just like me, using whatever excuse they can not to do it. So let me know in the comments what your excuse was that almost stopped you from working out today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. And then we're going to do 10 deep knee bends. Whew. Door clasp is broken. I'm going to have to fix that. 10 deep knee bends. Alternating legs. Whew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have to be careful crunching down. You're supposed to try to keep your back straight. And the biggest fear is, not the biggest fear, but one of the problems is if you don't keep your back straight, you find you don't bend all the way down and you're hunching like this and you think you've bent your knees and you haven't bent your knees. And so you're still getting some movement in your back, but your glutes and your legs aren't doing anything because you're not bending your knees, you're not using your legs to lift, you're just hurting your back. Oh. Especially if you're fat. Whew. Bending over like that as a fat man throws my back out almost every time. Alright. Final set. 3 sets. This is set 3. So we're knocking it out today for sure. For sure, dude. For sure. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Whee! All right. And then 20 crunches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Whew. I figure when I get to about 30 of those, I ought to be able to do at least a couple of sit-ups. I don't know how I'll film them, but by then I ought to be able to at least do a couple of sit-ups. Whew. All right, flipping over for the final setup. push-ups. Okay. I keep finding that I keep pushing my hands in, so I'm trying to figure out where to put my handles so that my wrists feel natural. Because when I put them out here, they end up pushing together. So, one. But you can change the intensity by where you put your hands. What muscles you work. More arms, more pecs, more shoulders. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. You can also change the intensity by getting closer to your knees, further away from your knees, moving your knees apart or closer together. All of those things affect the intensity. Just like the Australian push-ups. If you move your butt to where your shoulders are square underneath the rings, it's a whole lot harder than it is when your butt is underneath the rings. I mean, significantly harder than when your butt is underneath the rings. Whew. All right, deep knee bends. Whew. About got this segment worked out. So here we go. Snot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we did it. Woo. We did it. It's important to stay hydrated. It's also important when drinking through a straw that when you're done you go so that the little kids know you're done drinking. I forgot to hang the bee. The bee's completely finished and I was gonna hang it for you and I completely forgot. I'll make sure it's up for Wednesday. Working on a ladybug now. If you're following along on Artistic Biker on Facebook, you'll see, or The Artistic Biker on LinkedIn, you'll see the ladybug as it progresses. But I'll have the bee up on Wednesday, and hopefully the ladybug will be finished and I can put her up on display. Just because it's a ladybug doesn't mean it's a girl. Remember the movie Bug's Life? Alright, so we're going to start out 2 miles an hour so I can step onto it. We're going to do that for 30 seconds, 3 miles an hour for 30 seconds, 4 miles an hour. No, we're going to go 3 miles an hour for 5 minutes and then 4 miles an hour for 5 minutes. Is that right? 2 minutes. 2 minutes. At an incline. At an incline of 1. No, this is Monday. We don't incline. And I was right. It's 5 minutes. I'll get this straight. You'd think I'd make notes about this. Okay. So, 2 miles an hour just to step on the darn thing. I'm just going to do that for a few minutes, a few seconds. Get my little leg balls moving. We'll go to 3 miles an hour for 5 minutes, and then we'll go to 4 miles an hour for 5 minutes, but I'm going to run those 5 minutes. So here we go. 3 miles an hour for 5 minutes. Whew. So if you missed the announcement yesterday, I'll tell you, I had some gremlins yesterday. Couldn't get the live stream going, so I just filmed it. And then when I went through the windows to try to film it, apparently I clicked something that moved away from the window without actually clicking publish. So it was late yesterday evening before I finally got the video online on YouTube. But I appreciate the people who stopped in to watch it. We went from 144 subscribers Friday to 152 subscribers today. I think it was 143 subscribers Friday. It's 152 subscribers today. And we still have 45% viewership that's not subscribed. So if you're not subscribed, now's the time. Click that button, because you'll want to be notified if I tip over and my feet go up in the air while I'm trying to do leg lifts, or if I fall down and start rolling around like a dough ball machine here on the treadmill. You'll want to be notified of your opportunity to see that, because I promise you, if it happens, it'll be a teachable moment, and I'll leave it in the video. But 45% unsubscribed viewers means that 45% of the people aren't subscribed. They're just showing up. That's pretty good. That means that YouTube is suggesting us to people, and that's thanks to you guys watching it all the way through. Thanks to you guys leaving comments, both to me and to the other members of the community. That's awesome. The encouragement that's going around is just awesome. And when we get to 1,000 subscribers, then I can live feed from my phone. I can just take my mobile device and go to different places and live feed from there, instead of being tied to where I have to record the video and then upload the video and duplicate the process, edit the video. And I'm probably never going to edit this video. This is just us working out, just us losing weight. And I've lost 40 pounds. And I'm kind of happy about that. I'm having a hard time keeping my shorts up. And so, like I said Friday, if I lose my shorts, if I walk out of my shorts, you probably won't know it. But I'll smirk at you. So, we got a few comments. Chaz says it's great stuff, keep it coming. Nick B, keep on keeping on. Howie Garcia says stay hard, man. Zuki says keep up the great work. Airman 234 suggested a book, Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. If you've read the book, leave a comment. Let us know what you think about it. I've got a stack of books to read. I'm currently reading Atomic Habits, and they make it, some of the things that he says in Atomic Habits sounds so simple on how to build, this is how to build good habits and discourage bad habits. And some of the things sound so simple, like, remove the obstacles from the good habits. So put your clothes out for your workout. So you can't use the excuse that I can't find my clothes. Make sure that your workout place is convenient, like it's on the way to work, not 5 blocks out of your way, or it's where you are, not something you have to stress about getting to. And those kinds of things sound so easy. You want to limit your television viewership, unplug the television after you're done watching it, and make sure you know what you're going to watch before you plug it back in, so that you don't just sit there flipping through the channels. Take the batteries out of the remote. Put the batteries up on the TV box. That stuff sounds so simple, until you get to stuff like put your workout shoes when you walk in the house. No, when I walk in the house, the first thing I want to do is kick all my shoes off. I don't want to put new shoes on. But yeah, I'm interested in reading Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. Like I said, if you've read it, let us know in the comments. All right, we're moving up to
Getting ready to move up to 4 miles an hour. 3 Dot says he's hoping to be back this week. He's been out sick with asthma. Robert Taylor says I can already do more than I think. I believe that. I think that mental thing is a big obstacle for all of us. You know, I watch my son do his pull-ups, and he can get to 7 pull-ups, and he really strains on that 7th pull-up. But I think it's because he doesn't want to. I really think he can do more because he does the other 6 like whop, 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 whop. And then he gets to 7, it's like, can't do no more. But he does the other 6 so easy, I bet he could do at least 2 more. But he's got the mentality that 7's all I can do right now. Kind of like me. I can only do 5 because I said I'm going to do 5. But Friday I'm going to do 7. So I'm going to try to increase every Friday so that I have the weekend to recover from the added workout. Arno Victor Dorian says, let's go. Mrs. Carruthers says she can see the difference in my waistline. That makes me feel good. Back in 2009, 2008, December 2008, spring of 2009, I lost 75 pounds back then. And I remember the day I could see my jawline. I used to have a goatee back then. I remember one day I could finally see my jawline again. And I was so happy. It made me want to do more. And I'm right now at the weight I started at in December 2008. So it's taken me this long to get to that starting point. So it shouldn't be long now that I should start to see some definition come back to my face and arms. So, yeah, yes. Mary SS sees the changes. Lori says we're amazing. Alicia's my cousin. She says keep going. Ben F agrees with me that it's better to keep steady, do something you can sustain, and develop a strong, steady habit than to try to burst onto the scene and burn out. Steve Muscella suggests keto, and I like the keto diet. I like the Atkins diet. I can eat all the bacon I want. I'm mostly doing a carnivore diet, severely limiting my processed carbs, getting all my carbs and fibers from green vegetables, leafy green vegetables. We have new subscribers: Sean Baird, Andy Martin, Tuomos, Auro, Anija, I don't know how to say that, and Jose Maldonado. So welcome our new subscribers. That's awesome. Whew. I'm really kind of proud of our little community we've got growing, and how they're cheering each other on, and how you're leaving helpful tips and books to read and videos to watch. I mean, that's great, because I guarantee you the 20 million other people just like me and just like you and just like them, we all need a place to go find information about what's going on like us. It's easy to find the Hulk Hulksters of the world who are all fit and muscle bound. It's a whole lot harder to find normal people doing normal things. So I'm glad you found me, and I'm glad I found you. And I think we're doing great things together. Whew. And now we have come to the end of our little run. Well, I've got about 10 more seconds. I just wanted it to end. I managed to keep my shorts on the whole time. Alright, so now we've come to the end of our little run. And like I said, I really can't tell you how much I appreciate you guys. I can't emphasize it enough to how much I appreciate you guys tuning in. Leave a comment below if you did a different exercise, or you did it a different way, or you know of a meal plan that's working out for you, or books to read, or videos to watch. We all benefit from the shared knowledge. And until Wednesday, peace out. Whew, I gotta stop so I can press the button.